Hello, I'm back. Peter wanted to tell me something. Nothing actually propped up, it just went to the desktop. Well, I might have hit the button. Well, let's get started. Stand directly above the gold block. Okay. Stand above the gold block. Okay. I mean, I can't, so let's see what else is in here. Oh, look, an anvil. And I'm assuming I have to do. Oh, don't have any XP. And look, zip edge. I mean, shulker. There you go. Now, where do I use this? Oh, there's a lot of shulker boxes everywhere. Okay, I want to go back up here. Let's see what up here. Let's see what's up here. Probably just a shulker box somewhere that I'm missing. Here. Yeah, okay, let's do the hint. Play close. Stand directly. Oh, okay. Above it. Maybe that means I have to stand right over here. There we go. Touch the gold block. Okay. I'm guessing. Oh, okay. I can touch the water. Okay. Where'd the music go? I want the music back. Oh boy. Restart. Here. Boom. 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 Oh no. What has happened? There's a lot of parkour in this level. At least it's not too hard. There must be like maybe a button somewhere or a lever. I used to with my head. What? That doesn't help. Instead of touching the block with your feet, you must touch it with your head. Oh. I could totally make it, but there's a wall right there, so. That's a fight. Yep, right. So then where do I go? Is there another hint? No. I'm gonna skip this level. Get on top of the gold block. Whoa. Whoa, that's cool. Huh. Sweet. Gold. Wow. Sweet. So I'm guessing there's something in one of these books or stories that I have to read. Or something in... Get to the top of the gold block. Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing the answer lies in one of the books. So I just have to read. Wait, what's this? First documented structure, circa 9000 BC. Sweet. What over there? Oh. Discovery of the end, circa...
Chat edit box. C. Izzy Trekker says circa.
Circa, I'm just saying it right.
Narrator,
okay.
Off.
Circa 100 AD. Discovery of the Nether, circa 200 BC. And then discovery of the Wither, circa 100 BC. Okay, I guess I could read this. Gold as it is named now, was magical to all the societies, including North, East, South, and West. It was first discovered in the North and was thought to be important in weapon making. However, it proved to be worse than their current tools, and its purpose was unknown. This was until the scientific revolution, when scientists began to question what was important about this material. The scientists have found enough gold to be formed into a block. This was the first time this had been done. Before, only swords, guns, and tools were attempted to be created with gold. The scientists put the block down and discovered it was able to pull other gold objects towards it. Within a range from the block, a person even holding a gold ingot would experience pulling towards it. Oh, okay. This still puzzles modern scientists and have been considered to be the biggest puzzle in modern science. This phenomenon has been used in machines and manufacturing to have a clean, cheap source of power. is truly magical. Skull block is specifically the only one, the skull block is specifically the one tested on during the scientific revolution. Cool. So, this is the same thing. The ones. Looks like it. Person holding the gold ingot would experience pulling towards it. It still puzzles modern scientists. Okay, so basically, get a gold ingot. Alright. What about these? The Easterners. The East was a beautiful landscape filled with dark oak, birch, spruce, and oak forests. Wait a minute. Are these like... Oh, no, I thought maybe there'd be like a button or something. I'm assuming it has to just be about like reading books. Okay, back to this. Wait. Nope, nothing's in my inventory. The Easterners. The East was a beautiful landscape filled with dark oak, birch, spruce, and oak forests. The East was actually where the human race originated. At first, Easterners were nomads, eating berries, bears, deer, and other animals available until the discovery of farming. A seedy place began, and civilizations started to form. I wonder if the narrator can read this.
Narrator narrates all.
Okay, I guess not.
Narrator off.
The Easterners were the first to develop a language and make a structure. Their cities dominated in wealth and population. Their land was fertile and supported higher populations. The Easterners built out of brick and stone. Wait. Their land was fertile and supported higher populations. The Easterners built out of brick and stone. Their diets consisted of woodland animals, wheat, carrots, potatoes, and beets. The Easterners were the first to everything, and were eventually able to conquer the Southerners with their technological advantage. They colonized the South and set up a large trade center. They thrived for many more years until the Wither was weaponized by the Southerners. The Easterners lost their colonies and some of the original land before they conquered the South. Oh man, it's like a really intense riddle. North, east, south, and west. Yeah, I kind of want to hit. Well, that's a pretty, like, okay. Parkour into the eastern. North. East. But wait, how? Oh, I get it. Wow, I have to be really fast. Okay. Oh, I did it. Yeah. Except I kind of want to read all this now. Yeah, I kind of want to read this now. I read the Easterners. Now Southerners. Southerners. The South was empty before farming. Nomads in the South struggled to survive as the only food was cacti and small animals, such as rabbits. Few did survive, however, and after the discovery of farming, these nomads created dispersed civilization in the South. Using sandstone, the Southerners were able to construct large cities with cactus farms that not only fed their people, but supplied them with surplus of cacti. The Southerners made most of their money through trade. They traded with their cacti, sand, and green dye. Their profits quickly started to arise. However, They soon discovered the Nether. It was accidentally discovered when attempting to melt a large chunk of obsidian, but nonetheless, the South had discovered another. The South hid this new dimension from the other civilizations. They were reaching a golden age, but were soon conquered by the Easterners. The Easterners wanted land for their high population. The Southerners lost the battle, and the Easterners had set up colonies to start extending their power further. Oh, just 8 pages. Oh, the Southerners suffered under the rule of the Easterners for about 500 years, until the discovery of the Wither. The skulls and soul sand were intended to be a decoration at a shop, just beginning to sell items from the Nether. The items were very rare, and only members of the South knew the actual origins of the items. The Easterners did become violent in search of the origin of the items too. However, once they discovered this monster, the Southerners set up walls of soul sand in the East colony. One brave person ran across the wall, placing skulls as they ran. Once the attack began, the Easterners stood no chance. The Southerners quickly retreated to their villages. When they returned to the colonies, they were abandoned. The Southerners had won their land back. After that, the South thrived off its trading of forts and nether bricks until the other areas of the world discovered the Nether as well. That's a lot of reading. So I did the Northerners. No, wait. I didn't. I read the East people and the South people. And I read about the gold block. Same thing. Okay. Now for the Westerners. The West was an area of thriving vegetation and other wildlife. It was made up of rivers, jungles, and savannas. The West was quick to host thriving civilizations because of its natural shelter, abundance of resources, and unique wildlife. The Westerners at first lived in small wooden huts with a purely animal diet. After the discovery of farming, the Westerners survived off of mostly melons. Shortly after this, they began to build large cities and temples out of stone. They would burn melons or sacrifice animals in hopes of pleasing their gods. Their religion was the focus of their day-to-day life, and consisted of multiple prayers per day and ceremonies to attend to. Westerners spent more of their lives worshiping their gods and helping their civilization to thrive. Although this was a big weakness in warfare, they were very isolated from society. They rarely encountered visits from others. The Southerners were far from the Westerners and the Northerners preferred to stay underwater. This little interaction with the rest of the world left us Westerners without any new technology. They were unable to trade with others and grow. The West had no noticeable interaction with the South, North, or East before they were ultimately killed off. A nomadic tribe had brought a disease from the North to the Westerners. The North had medicine to counter this disease, but the Westerners did not. Unfortunately, 90% of the population died within the first year. The majority of the Westerners who survived left the West and set up small villages in the South. Oh man, I'm almost out of breath. At least the music's bad. The North was initially considered inhabited until the discovery of the conduit. The conduit was able to provide people with the ability to breathe underwater, and therefore live underwater. The Northerners, as they were now called, were kelp farmers, and their diet mostly consisted of kelp and the occasional cod or salmon. Their religion mostly centered around the conduit. They performed rituals with it and worshipped it as if it were a god. Their structures were small and never went above the water. They were built from prismarine, Prismarine was a common object for them. They made it from the fish that lived nearby them. The Northerners were quickly killed off during a virus outbreak circa 100 BC. The virus thrived on water, killing off almost every Northerner. Their beautiful cities were abandoned and were taken over by the wildlife and the drowned. Okay, I'm done. Now, basically, go onto the soccer boxes, parkour, and then jump into there. Alright. I'm gonna rest my voice. That was a lot of reading. Right, I mean east. And look at jump boost too. Boing. Boing. There you go. Alright. Get on top of the gold block. Alright. I'm gonna go to the next video actually. See ya.